Hey, I'm Amy and I have EDS, the hypermobile type, and I don't have a lot of the very common symptoms, so I thought we'd talk about it. My condition has progressed since I was diagnosed like 2 years ago, and it seems like no matter what illness I have, I never have common symptoms, so it's really weird. So, we're gonna go over a couple. The biggest one is, velvety skin. I guess you don't have to have soft velvety skin, like all over. I have patches, but the thing is, I also fight keratosis pilaris that tries to take over my whole body. So, a lot of my skin can feel like sandpaper. Since I found a lotion for it, it has been getting better, and then you can feel my soft velvety skin once that's cleared up. Two, it seems like most people have like long fingers or the long arms and are super skinny. However, I'm not super skinny. I have T-Rex arms and small freaking hands. People mention them all the time growing up, and they're called baby hands. But I sometimes find people who look more like me, but usually on TikTok, they're very thin, long arms, long fingers. Yeah. The next one is flexibility, because you will see a bunch of them on here that can like contort their bodies in ways that it should not do that. I've never been very flexible. I don't remember being very flexible as a kid, but I also dealt with epilepsy growing up, so I couldn't do everything other kids did. So I never like tried to mess with my body in that way. So I wasn't a gymnast or an athlete or a dancer or anything like that. And my stuff has always felt tight. So apparently there's a difference between flexibility and hypermobility. And I didn't know I was hypermobile until my 30s when everything started breaking down on me. And it progressed to the point to where I'm at now. So I'm learning to manage it. And it's a bitch. The other one is where you put your thumb to your wrist. Apparently I can't do that, but my wrist is still slightly hypermobile, so I don't understand that part. But my thumb is also the stiffest out of all my fingers. My fingers are usually the ones that are most bendy, but my thumb is just like, no bro, I ain't going that way. But it just kind of like, still hypermobile, so it still looks kind of weird, but like it don't go all the way to my wrist. I didn't get any of the cool stuff. Though I think my ankles compensated for that because they go all the way to the side, and they're very bendy and they can flop over, so I get injured pretty easily. It also seems like a lot of them can touch the floor with their knees straight. However, I can't. Apparently there's a spectrum. There is the backwards prayer thing. My stuff is so tight that it hurts just slightly putting my arms behind my back. However, if I can relax them all, I can do that one. That's all of them I can think of at the moment. If I think of any others, I may make another video, but that's all that's been on my mind so far. So yeah, it's been kind of confusing, but also like other stuff made more sense once I was diagnosed. So yeah, see you in the next one. Bye guys.